Okay, hello Potters. We are the KY Mooses, and again this is the MoosePod. And today we're going to walk through the dewinterization and sanitization steps of the Forest River 181G Rpod. Okay, and first off we are inside and here at the water heater and water pump area of the 181G. Here in the MoosePod we do use the pink stuff to winterize in the winter. And at that point we bypass our hot water heater as to not have to fill up the tank with 6 gallons or so of RV antifreeze. So the first thing we're going to do is set our valves back to the regular summer running position. Okay, valves back. We are now parallel on our hot line, cold line, and we are now perpendicular on our bypass valve. So we are ready to start running our chlorine solution through our tank now. Okay, and one step I'd already done this morning before doing this is I have gone ahead and replaced my anode rod. Got some fresh tape on it. And again, the hole these go into is tapered, so it does not need to be screwed in until it's flush. And again, in order to do that, we have our 1 1/16 deep socket to get that done. Also, I've already filled my freshwater tank about 1/3 of the way full. I don't want to be pouring straight bleach solution into the tank, so I've already got some water in there. And I've also diluted my bleach solution in a bucket ahead of time, and we're doing 1/4 cup for every 15 gallons. So for us with pods, you're going to do 1/2 cup of bleach, dilute that in a gallon or so of water before you add it to your tank. And it's not a bad idea to have 1/3 of a tank or so of water already in there. So I'm going to add my bleach and then we'll go from there. Okay, we have our bleach solution added, and now we're going to proceed to fill up our freshwater tank to capacity. And this will take a few minutes, so we'll come back after this and go from there once we're inside and start running water. Okay, we're inside now and our tank is completely topped off. We're going to turn on our hot water here, and we are going to hit our water pump and start filling up the hot water heater. We're going to do that until we get water out of our hot water line here. Okay, it bubbled and spit pink stuff at me for a minute or two there, but now we have nice clean, and you can smell it, nice clean bleach water coming through the hot line. So we're going to do hot line off, and you can hear our water pump went off. And now we will do cold line, and look, there we go, we got more spitting pink stuff. And again, let it run clear. You can smell once there's bleach coming through it. So we will call code line in the sink. Done. Now I am going to go into the bathroom and I'm going to do the same for our toilet. I'm going to do that until it runs clear. And I'll also do the sink and the shower head, but I will save you all the horror because the bathroom is dirty right now. But we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do hot line, cold line, let it run down the sink if you have it to clean out the P-trap there. And then you're also going to run it through your shower head if you winterize that. And then we'll also run it through our toilet until we smell clean, bleachy water, no longer pink. I won't leave any of the bleach water sitting in the toilet basin right now. There are some RV enthusiasts who will say that a little bit of bleach water may, over time, damage the seal there and not give you a nice tight seal. So me, I just err on the side of caution. I'm not going to leave the bleach water sitting in the basin. I'm going to let it run clear and then just leave clean water that I've got here in a bucket sitting in the basin to keep it clean and full of water for now. And then again, for you garage owners and myself, I'll be heading outside in a second And I will also do the hot and cold lines there at the garage sink. And that will be close to being done at that point. Okay, I've done the garage sink now, and water pump is off. We're going to leave the bleach solution in the lines. We're going to go 6 hours plus. Overnight will be fine if that's what you choose to do. Do it one night and dump it the next morning. But we're going to leave the lines with this solution. We're going to sanitize. We get out all of the heebie-jeebies and germs and other bacterial growth. Also, if your freshwater tank may have a bit of algae growth in it, if you've left a little bit of water in it, we'll be taking care of that. So again, we've got water pump off at this point, and I'm drying out my shower. And then we're going to go outside and we're going to top off the freshwater tank again all the way to the top. That way there's a good bleach solution hitting all sides, all parts of our freshwater tank. And let me just remind you while you're doing this, check any of your connections that you're looking at. Give everything a good turn. Stuff does wiggle loose, come loose. Try it, check it. If you're up underneath your sink when you're doing yours, check your P-traps there. Check anything you can at this point in time during the year and see if you can get it tightened. That way you make sure you don't have any leaks going down the line with your trips. So again, I'm going to go about 6 hours, and then after that I'm going to come back out here and I'm going to run some more of the solution just through the lines, clear out the tank a little bit. Then I'm going to dump the low point drain on the freshwater tank, drain it completely, fill it up with fresh water, 100% fresh water, and then just run fresh water through the system once, maybe twice if you choose, just to get the chlorine smell or taste out of your lines. Once you smell nice clean water, no longer chlorine, you're good to go. But if I have enough video, I'll come back and tape that. But again, after 6 hours, pop it, let all the bleach water out, run some clean through, and you're good to go for the season. Okay folks, let me catch you up on what I've done here now. My lines and freshwater tank have been soaking for a little over 10 hours now, and I've went ahead and completed the process, and I'll catch you up on it. I'd gone back into the pod while there was still chlorinated water in my system, and I opened all taps everywhere. I did hot and cold to the kitchen sink, hot and cold to the shower, and I did the toilet as well. And I let all those run just to get more of that chlorinated water running through it. And for garage owners, I did the garage tap as well. And I did that just for as long as I wanted to sit there and keep holding the toilet valve open to run chlorinated water through. Then my next step was to come out here, and you can see the water. I popped the low point drain on my freshwater tank and drained out the chlorinated water. Let all the rest of that drain out. Then I put the cap back on, put a little bit more fresh into the fresh tank. Let that sit there for a little bit just to try to get any residual chlorine out. And once again, pop that cap and let it drain out. And then my last step was to hook up to my city water connection here at the house. And again, I went into the pod and turned on all taps and left them running. Hot and cold to the sink, hot and cold to the shower, as well as the toilet. And for garage owners, the hot and cold in your garage area sink. What I'm doing then is just letting fresh, clean water run through the system to take all the chlorinated water out of the system. That way we're left with only clean water sitting in our lines for our first trip. So with that, I'm going to put the low point drain back on, unhook my city here in a few minutes, and the MoosePod is dewinterized and sanitized for the season.